Hi guys, welcome back for card number 6 in my spring card series. I'm going to be using this stamp from CC Designs. It's called Butterfly Lucy, and then the basic gray What's Up papers. So I've got my image all colored up, and I've done some pre-cutting of my papers already. And I'm going to take this cardstock, or this striped cardstock. We're going to be die cutting it with a Spellbinders. Now, this is one of my favorite techniques to do. I feel like it gives a lot of impact to your card, but there's really not a lot of work required. So I was going to use this set, but the first die I picked was too small, and then that one was too large because it was going to cut out the majority of that striped paper, and I wouldn't have much left. So I decided to go with this one, and it fits perfectly around my image, and that's kind of what you want for this technique. So I'm going to go ahead and get my Cuttlebug and just cut this right out of the center of that striped paper. So we're going to be using the negative of this die cut rather than using the main portion that it cuts out, which is what I usually do. But using the negative is a lot of fun. It's, just using it as a frame is a lot of fun too. So went ahead and die cut that, and I'm going to save that other piece for later. And I wanted to also emboss around the edge. It just gives it a nice finish. So I'm just taking the paper and placing it back on the die, and then I'm going to take this embossing mat and just run it through again, and that's going to give me a nice finished edge on the inside. It just really finishes it off. You can see there it's got a nice finish. Okay, so I'm done with my Cuttlebug for now. Just put that away. And I'm going to kind of show you what my idea is here. So I'm going to have this pink paper here with my image on it, and then this piece is going to be kind of a frame. So I need to pop this up to give it a little more oomph. It would be a little too plain just sticking it on the card flat like that. So I'm going to use these pop dots. These are by Thermoweb, and they're really thick, so it's going to give a lot of oomph. And sometimes you want that with this technique. It just depends on your preference. So I'm just putting these all over the place, all around the frame. Sorry that my camera keeps going out of focus. I'm not sure. It's been doing that lately. I haven't just figured out what the problem is. But anyways, I think for the most part I'm in focus. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this pink piece down, and you pretty much just need to center it. I mean, I made it big enough so that you won't see any of the white if you look underneath on the inside of that framed piece. And then I'm going to also pop up my image. Now, normally I would get like a thinner pop dot and put her on it so that it has more than one dimension, I guess you would say. So there would actually be several different heights in the card, but I don't have anything thinner than these right now. So if you wanted to do that, that would be totally fine. So I'm just going to go ahead and take off the backs of these pop dots and get this centered on the card the way I want it before I put my image inside. And I did cut this just slightly smaller than my card base so that there is a white border around it, just like that. And it kind of gives it a shadow box effect, which is really fun. So then I'm going to take these off of my image, and I'm just going to center her right in the middle. Now if you wanted to do a scene behind her, that would be really fun too. I've done that in the past. But that just kind of shows you kind of that shadow box feel. So now I have this little Happy Spring thing that I stamped. The stamp is from Paper Smooch's Spring Fling stamp set. And then I just put it on white paper and cut it in a little banner shape. Then I've got this Martha Stewart butterfly punch, and I'm going to punch some butterflies out here and just put those around with glossy accents. This is my favorite adhesive to use for these because I can just stick it in the middle and then have their wings kind of popped up a little bit. So I'm just going to fiddle with that here for a second. I put a large one there, and then I put a tiny one down by the sentiment, and then I'm going to put another tiny one up by the larger butterfly. Okay, so there's that. And then, of course, I have to add some stickles to her, so I'm going to add some to her little hair ties in her pigtails and to the butterfly that she's holding. And then to match that, I wanted to put some, just outline the butterflies that I added on there, just to kind of help them stand out a little bit, because they are the same color as the striped paper, so I wanted to help them stand out a little bit more. So there's the front of my card, and then for the inside I have this floral paper, and then I'm going to use the back side of that striped paper that we cut out of the center for the front of the card. Just going to use that white, and then I have this other solid piece that I had cut before, and I'm just going to put that across the middle there. And then I thought about putting a butterfly in there, but I decided not to. And so I'm just going to put that inside. And I was realizing as I started to lay this down that obviously I put it on crooked, but the piece was too long, so I needed to just trim off a little bit of it so that it would have a nice border all the way around. So there we have that, and that's card number 6. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day.